Your ship has been destroyed.
I'm speechless. Jesus. What is he saying? I am not a spy. But by the way, spying is not a forbidden playstyle. CCP allows it, it's true. And maybe you will start your 007 James Bond spy career today. Before we start the new video, I want to give you an update on the last video. By the way, I am German, so for me it's Horde. We always say the E in the name. I can't skip that, it feels weird. So I made a mistake in my last video regarding the Horde PVE map, and I promised CEO Gorbins yesterday that I will mention it. So there are actually more systems available for basic Horde members than I just found. Here is a new map. I mean, to be honest, all of my videos, every single video is made only for fun. I don't get paid for them. So if you can only find 4 systems, it is what it is. It is what it is. This channel doesn't aim to be perfect. It always reflects only my impression, which for sure can be incorrect. If you're looking for 100% perfect information, you won't find it here. So, Mr. Gorbins, in Italia è abbastanza semplice corrompere le persone. You know, I'm not a big fan of those API ESI checks. So, generally speaking, I believe they're just selling you the idea that they need to check the APIs because API are important for detecting spies. Well, think for one moment about this. If someone wants to spy, they wouldn't be caught by an API check conducted before joining. Think again, please. Spies will join and behave very, very inconspicuously. Big alliances might only identify a spy after the spy joined the alliance, not before. And for sure they can find the spy only, and I mean only, when he starts his suspicious activities, right? So to detect a spy, a large nullsec alliance would have to do background checks on their members permanently after a spy joined. I mean, if you have like 5,000 members as an ally, you need to background check them weekly. That's the only way that you will find the spies, right? So this spy talk has been so ingrained in members that everyone believes it. For example, when I mention in chat that as a content creator I don't want to disclose ISK transfers, which is understandable, topics like RMT, which is real money trading, and spying come up, and it's crazy when you think about it. So, again, if corps say they need your API check before you join because they want to avoid a spy, think about it. To bring that to the big screen, I decided to make a video called How to Install a Spy in Every Large Alliance. I mean, hey, I am not a spy, but by the way, spying is not a forbidden playstyle. CCP allows it, it's true. And maybe you will start your 007 James Bond spy career today. I only want to show you that you don't have to believe everything they tell you. API checks beforehand are useless. So, well, now let's install the spies. I love that. Oh my god. So, to avoid detection, non-EVE channels for information transfer. As a spy, do not use EVE channels such as EVE mail or ISK transfers for transferring information. You might be under permanent surveillance. Always use external channels outside of EVE Online for communication. Quite logical, really. New account. Create a completely new account unlinked to your main account. Use different email addresses and avoid any connections between the accounts. Yeah, also quite logical. IP address and payment methods. Use different IP addresses and payment methods for the new account to prevent direct links to your main account. So basically, you always have to make sure that your spy account does not link to your real account in any way. Character creation and development. Develop your spy character naturally. Avoid unusual or accelerated progress that might arouse suspicion. Create a backstory for your character. Give your new character a backstory. Join an inconspicuous corporation and generate a few losses for the kill board. So basically, be authentic. Make up some believable story. Communication. Be cautious in communicating with other players. Avoid revealing information that could link you to your main account. Again, distance. In-game behavior. Act inconspicuously in the game. Avoid getting involved in activities typical of spies, like gathering sensitive information without a clear reason. So, yeah, again, obviously don't make yourself look suspicious. API checks. Be aware that alliances can perform API checks. Ensure your spy account does not have suspicious activities that could be flagged during a check. Long-term cover. Slowly build trust within the alliance or corporation. Don't rush things. Effective long-term cover requires patience. So, if you're a spy or if you want to be a spy in EVE Online, you basically have to play the long game, as they say. Game knowledge. Have sufficient knowledge of the game to appear credible. Ensure you understand the game mechanics and culture. Yeah, I feel like that's quite clear. You gotta know what you're doing. Records and logs. Avoid leaving suspicious records or logs that could be noticed during a check. Goals and motivation. Clearly define what you want to achieve as a spy, set realistic goals, and act accordingly. Alright, some additional points. Social engineering. Be adept at social engineering, blend into the corporation's culture, participate in discussions, and build relationships without raising suspicions. So basically, try to fit in. Information management. Be careful about the information you share and collect. Only seek information that you can justify needing as part of your role in the corporation. Again, don't be suspicious. Avoid patterns. Don't establish predictable patterns in your activities that could be tracked or analyzed. Contingency plans. Have contingency plans in case of exposure. Know how to exit or explain suspicious situations. Minimal footprint. Leave as little digital footprint as possible. Be cautious with whom you communicate and how you transfer information. Regular updates. Regularly update your backstory and activities to remain consistent with your spy persona. So make sure that everything makes sense, like all the time. Use of alts. If using alternate characters, ensure that they are not traceably connected to your spy character. Cover story. Have a plausible cover story for joining the corporation and for any unusual activities. And to avoid detection in the corporation, you need to understand corp culture, understand the corporation's culture and norms, align your actions and communications to fit in seamlessly, be useful but not overzealous, contribute to the corporation's activities in a meaningful way, but avoid being overly enthusiastic or pushy, as this can draw unnecessary attention. So we don't want to go over the top right in the beginning, just calmly fit in. Monitor corp communication. Pay attention to how other members communicate and match their style and level of engagement. Stay informed. Stay updated on the latest developments within the corporation and the broader EVE community to avoid asking suspicious questions. So again, don't be suspicious, fit in. Limit spy activities. Limit your spy activities to what is necessary. Overreaching can increase the risk of exposure. So I feel like that goes with the being overzealous as well. Don't overdo it. Permanent background checks. Be aware that large alliances may conduct permanent background checks even after you have joined. Therefore, avoid using EVE Mail and always use external communication and channels outside of EVE Online. So, have fun with that.